Hey everybody, so this is the run through for the Excavation Site 12. I'm on my Hunter this time, using the solar build that I have. It's really not even a matter of like showing you what build I'm running or what weapons I'm running. It's just a matter of showing you the positioning. At the beginning here, you kind of want to play around the opening, clear out a little bit of the ads. There's going to be the one unstoppable, and then there's a barrier that's actually just impeding you from getting forward, so you only have to deal with the unstoppable enemy. And the nice thing is there's not a lot of ads in here that are going to be poking at you once you take out that initial wave, and the unstoppable tends to kind of hang back, so you can kind of take your time dealing with them. Okay, now once the barrier's down, you're gonna move forward, and there's going to be a barrier champion up on that hilltop, and then also down there on the bridgeway. There'll also be one more unstoppable enemy, but he also tends to hang back. And realistically, you kind of want to deal with you want to poke down the barrier a little bit till they back off, and then you should have enough space to deal with the unstoppable here. Gotta love that the champions are able to just push on you in between their time. Okay, now that you've taken out the unstoppable, you have a little bit of room to move forward. You can kind of play around these boxes here and poke at some of the ads until you can get a good shot on the barrier champion. Nothing else is going to really spawn in terms of champions, so you just get to deal with the one barrier for now. He does have a weird tendency to kind of teleport, so just be mindful of that. But for the most part, he's not too threatening because you have lots of cover to play around. So now, as you can see, we're kind of playing underneath this little cliff here because it keeps the boss like right above us to where he can't really hit us too consistently, and you kind of get to like poke out and dip in there. And even this isn't like the best positioning for this part because there's still some of the ads left, but once the ads are cleared out and you don't have any stragglers, you're able to kind of pretty easily deal with them as long as you play around the rock. Like I said, for this lost sector and most of the EDZ ones, you just want to use whatever loadout you feel the most comfortable with for dealing with the champions. I like to make sure I have the barrier and the unstoppable for whenever I have those lost sectors going on. Um, there, and that's most of what the EDZ ones are. So now we're approaching this part over here where there's gonna be one more unstoppable. I like to bait him out around this corner and then get him away from the boss, away from the other ads. Just kind of deal with him where I don't have too much pressure coming onto me. Okay, now the last part here is just going to be clearing out some of the stragglers. I recommend taking out those explosive barrels, but see, yeah, there's just a couple little stragglers there and then the boss. So right now, until you can deal with some of the other people, you kind of want to not push up too far. You can push up a little further if you are on void, especially for the hunter, because you can just go invisible. But Strand's also another good one that will help you push in there if you're on the Titan or even the Warlock. Now that you've gotten into this area, you kind of get to play around the rock, pick off the last few straggler ads, and then you can just poke around the boss and just kind of circle him around here. So this is what I mean when I say that these lost sectors are not about what loadout you're running really. The loadout's just going to make things a lot easier for you, but it's mostly going to be about your positioning. If you're positioned well, as long as you can deal with the champions and deal damage with your weapons, you're going to be fine getting to these lost sectors. I'm using a Neomuna pulse rifle that I'm leveling up in this video, so it's pretty straightforward. Just follow kind of the positioning and then you should be good to go.